It's the Rams Coaches Corner here on Pure Country 89.3 FM, The End Zone. And it's brought to you by Diamond Pharmacy. When we come back after the message from Diamond Pharmacy, we'll hear from Gerald Perry, the head coach of the undefeated Rams, with David Bullock.
Hey now, Shane White here with Diamond Pharmacy, located inside Metro Foods in Mineral Wells. We are so glad to continue our support of Rams football and Chuck FM radio. Diamond Pharmacy has served the Mineral Wells area for the last 30-plus years. For you, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 9, Saturday, 9 to 8, Sundays from 10 to 2. Our phone number, give us a call at 940-325-2541. That's Diamond Pharmacy inside Metro Foods in Mineral Wells. Go Rams!
David Bullock here with Coach Gerald Perry for the Rams Coaches Corner. Coach, big 49-0 blowout of Sanger. Scoring was spread all out in that game. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Well, we got off with a punt return. That was a good return. Offense, I thought we kind of sputtered a little bit early on. Defense played great, which they've been playing. We keep getting better and better on the defensive side of it. But offensively, we sputtered just a little bit early on and kind of fell in our groove and started doing well. But that was a good game. Everybody got to play, and that was good. And like I said, it's one of those games we expected to win. Came out a little flat, I thought, early on, but got in a groove and did what we had to do.
Had a really balanced attack. Like you said, the De'Aja Kennedy punt return for a touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns from each of your quarterbacks, and then 3 rushing touchdowns from Khalil Thompson. He had a really good night.
Yeah, like I said, we got the 2 quarterback rotations with the things that they do, and they're excelling. They're getting better and better. And what's good about it, that basically we have 2 different game plans and for who's in there, and so as a defense coordinator, you got to prepare for those as well. But Khalil, we went to our goal line package, and it's 3 backs and 2 tights and a bunch of people in that box, and we scored twice on that. But we're pretty balanced on offense. We didn't take a lot of shots. They played cover 3 and just bailed, and we didn't take a lot of deep shots like we typically do in the passing game, and just kind of pounded the ball and just kind of did what we wanted to do.
That's one of the things that we noticed with the after the first quarter, the adjustments that you made, or actually the first offensive series, the adjustments that were made really helped having that extra back in the backfield there. We don't talk a whole lot about special teams. We did, I think, in week 1, but talk a little bit about your kickers and punters. Marvin Renteria has got a really good leg.
Marvin's a special kid for us. He's got a college level leg. When that foot hits that ball, it's a pop. It comes off with a lot of distance, and different kickers. Some are dead legged. He's got such a strong leg. He's got a chance to be very, very special here, which he already is as a sophomore. But he's got a chance to go to the next level if that's what he wants to do. And he's a great soccer player as well. And then Gavin Pena as a punter, All-State last year. We've been blessed to have an All-State punter for the last 4 years here, and expect him to have the same opportunity this year. So those guys do well. Snappers are doing well. We shored up our punt protection that we had issues with against Graham, and we didn't have any issues this week. And just keep getting better and better. But we spend 20 to 30 minutes of special teams every day, and it's very important to us. And we always feel like it's going to give us an opportunity to win.
Rams travel this week to Iowa Park, at Iowa Park, and that's always a tough game. We were talking a couple of weeks ago about how tough Iowa Park is to play. They're down on the season this year with a 1-3 record. They did have a big win against Sweetwater last week. Tell us a little bit about Iowa Park and what you expect from them.
Well, first of all, when you play Iowa Park, your record means nothing. We went 3 rounds deep a few years ago, and those guys beat us up there, and I felt like we had a much better team. But they find ways to win. They're very well coached, play hard. They got good-looking kids. They're strong. They do right in the weight room. And they play sports, lots of sports, and they grow up to play football. And it's gonna be a battle. They're sound in what they do. They'll play a 3-3 stack on defense. They've done that for the last 2 or 3 years against us. It looks like on tape this year they're taking a lot more chances and blitzing, and that they haven't done this in the past. And they blitz a lot, play man, which we're fine with because we've got 6 blockers versus their 6 blitzes, and that puts us man coverage on a couple of our kids that we feel like we'll win those matchups if they do. But that's probably the difference I see this year. You see a lot more. They're gambling a lot more on defense than what they've done in the past. Offensively, they're running the ball very well now. They don't throw the ball very effectively. Lots of over formations. They'll give you 1,000 different formations, unbalanced formations. So, our game plan has got to be very, very simple and don't let them out leverage us. And that's been probably the biggest thing we had to adjust to this week is keep it very, very simple on defense and get lined up correctly and play gap control defense and just don't get lazy in the secondary because they're going to run, and that play action pass, got to be careful we don't get sucked into that.
Week 1 loss for Iowa Park to Holiday, 14-0, and they lost their junior quarterback and have a sophomore quarterback, Kohili, in there, and then a really stout running back, like you said. So the Rams defense has looked very good the last couple of weeks. Linebacker core made some big plays last week against Singer.
Yeah, we'll be tested defensively, and again, our defense is playing great right now. But we've faced great running backs. Graham had a tremendous back, one of the best ones I've seen in a while. And then you had Ranch View was very good with their skill positions as well. So we'll have a tough task ahead of us Friday night, but we'll have to contain the run and make them throw the ball, and that's not something they're doing well with the young quarterback. If the older kid's back, he does spin the ball real well. So we'll have to, we got a plan for the run, and we've got some things that we'll do just in case he's back, and if they elect to play him, and try to throw the ball down the field some more.
7:30 kickoff in Iowa Park next week. You can listen to the game on 89.3 Pure Country. Coach Perry, thank you for being with us, and tell us a little bit about the following game. We'll be playing in Waco against Gonzales next week.
Yeah, that game popped up on us when realignment came out. Traditionally, you want your open week before district starts, but we couldn't make that work, and probably went a week or two without filling that game. And finally, I saw Gonzales had an opening and called them and decided to meet in Waco ISD Stadium. So we'll play on Thursday of next week. Beautiful stadium right there in downtown Waco. That's where my family's from, so I'm excited to go down there and see, have family and friends and come watch that game. And then we come back, and Friday is a teacher work day, I believe, so the kids are out of school. So we expect a great crowd down there, and come back, kids are off that day, and get ready to go.
And then the following week, we start district against Springtown, and Springtown, surprisingly, has been very good this year. They may be one of the top teams in the district this year. Yeah,
we knew coming in they had a great nucleus coming back. Their running back is very, very good. Quarterback is not a passer, but he runs the ball efficiently. And O-line, I watched them on tape. They're the best O-line they've had since I've been here. And they changed their defense. They went from a 4-man front to a 3-man, and they shore up the secondary. But they're beatable. They're playing some good folks. They beat Kennedale. Kennedale lost their stud running back first quarter of that game.
And that game was a blowout.
Yeah. I think Kennedale's struggling a little bit. That their one stud was back, and their sub-varsities weren't as strong as what they've been in the past. So you can tell that they're not the same. But once you take that young man out of the game, there wasn't a lot of firepower left for Kennedale. But now Springtown is good, well coached. Kids play hard, but that's going to be a big task for us. But it's a home game, first district game. We're excited about our kids. Expect to win that one, and we like to go, get 2 more wins and be undefeated, and hopefully play a Springtown team that's undefeated, and that'll be a big, big game.
Undefeated this time of the year. That's always good to say, Coach.
Always good.
So big game next Friday night, Iowa Park, 7:30. Once again, Coach, thank you for being with us. You've been listening to the Coach's Corner with Coach Gerald Perry on 89.3 Pure Country.